This is the first lesson in what will be many. Today, I'm going to discuss a few strategies for practicing, and then we're going to discuss tone, and I'll give you an exercise that will build up your left hand strength and improve your bending technique and your vibrato. Now, there are practicing habits that every guitar player should adhere to. The first being, always practice with a metronome. Don't use a drum machine or a drum app, and never set the metronome faster than you can play the exercise or musical idea perfectly. There are different types of metronomes. I use an electronic one that combines a tuner and a metronome and allows you to set up accents on specific beats. The better you become at playing with a metronome, the more precise and awesome your playing will be. Second, always practice with the clean sound. Never practice with distortion or effects. They tend to hide mistakes and mask technical issues that you really want to address in your practice session. If you can play clean and crisp lines and rhythm parts without effects, when you add distortion or chorus, those same lines will pop and sound clean and precise. Third, practice every day. Do not skip a day. You are better off practicing a half hour every day than, say, an hour and a half 2 or 3 times a week. The fourth thing is, be diligent. Your ability to play great guitar is only limited by your desire and willingness to follow a consistent and focused practice plan. So what I want to talk about today with you is tone. Many guitar players spend a lot of time trying to make a lot of notes sound great when they should be spending time trying to make just one note sound great. You can get a lot of mileage in both soloing and accompaniment by spending focused time for improving your left hand strength and your tone. A few years ago, I was intent on getting that same type of thick, wide vibrato that a lot of my favorite players had, but there wasn't a lot of guidance on how to achieve that. So I created my own exercise, and both my vibrato and my tone jumped to a new level. So now I'm going to show you that exercise. First, we set our metronome to 60 beats. I'm going to put that down here. And then on the first string, we put our pinky, our third finger, our second finger, and our first finger all on the first string at either the 21st or the 22nd, 23rd, high up on the guitar, about the 20, I think this is the 21st fret, okay? Then we're going to do bending exercises for a decent period of time. In other words, for about 10 seconds. So along with the metronome, we're going to do this. And keep it going as long as you can. Don't let up. And keep it going with the metronome with the speed of the metronome. Then you go to the third finger and you're basically playing the first string with the first, second, third finger. And you're doing the same thing with the pinky kind of dangling out here. The sound will dissipate, will go down, but don't let that deter you. Just keep going. You'll be able to feel whether or not your fingers are feeling strength and whether or not they're doing it well. Then you go to the second finger and the first finger playing the first string. Like that. Then you go to the first finger, which is actually the hardest one because you have no fingers to support it, and actually this is really good for to build up the index finger. Then you move down the neck to a different fret, different series of frets. And you keep doing that all the way down the neck. When you get to the second string, you do the same thing. Keep it going for a long period of time. It helps build up your fingers and keeps them consistent throughout a long, long vibrato, and it helps build up your fingers. Okay, do the same thing going on the second string. And when you get to the third string, you're going to be actually pulling the string down rather than pushing. You can also push, but also pulling is really important. Because when you get to the lower strings, you're going to want to pull rather than push the strings, okay? And as you're doing that, you're actually pushing the string either above or below the string that you're bending. You're pushing it up. So you're basically getting underneath the string and you're pushing that string up. So when you're doing this, you're actually pushing the B string, the second string, down. So that exercise is really important for playing a really nice wide vibrato, and we're giving you good tone. Tone is all about strength in your left hand and how you strike it with the right hand, with right hand pick. So that's the lesson for the day. Practice that, and I swear that will help your tone and your bending technique, and you'll see results almost immediately after a week of doing that every single day. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming. Remember to like us on Facebook at Musonia Guitar School and visit us on the internet at musoniaschoolofmusic.com.